John. We're just taking some video here of Saint John Harbour. You see the falls shuttle boat there. It's only shuttling one person by the looks of it. I'll just stop here for a second. See the bridge there.
View. Yeah.
Darren and Kyler here from Discovering Western Africa. We are not in Africa right now. We're about to be in a month. We are training right now as far as doing video. And so those of you that already know that, sorry I keep mentioning it, but for those of you that don't, just so you know what we're doing, we're not lying. We are going to Africa in about a month. Month and a bit, maybe. Month and a half, I guess. But for now, we're practicing taking videos and trying to figure out how to use this thing good so when we get to Africa, we can give you some awesome videos. So right now, we are on sort of like a boardwalk in Western Saint John. Beautiful Saint John, and you're looking at the harbour right now. We're just sort of walking. I've always wanted to walk down here. So Kyler and I are just scouting around. Just came back from seeing my sister-in-law at the farmer's market, and so we'll probably do another little video clip of that, and we'll show you what she was selling there. And so just walking along, as you can see, it's a nice little pathway here, kind of like a, I think it's pavement, but it's painted red, so it's kind of interesting how they painted it. So I'll just keep it sort of looking on the water there. That's what you probably most want to see. And it's pretty nice.
Just by looking at that bridge, what do you think that it would cost? Like
to build that bridge?
A couple million, something like that?
Oh, I don't know, maybe like 30 million.
30 million?
Probably more than that. It used to be a toll bridge. When they first built it, it was a toll bridge. I think the agreement was it was a toll bridge till they paid it off. And then they took the tolls down. So I'm not sure how long ago it was they took the tolls down. But it used to be, I think, 25 cents, maybe 50 cents you had to pay on the far end over there, on that end of the bridge. Get some interesting
well, with all
wind
the
chime
traffic,
things
it would
here.
pay pretty quickly.
Never seen wind chimes like that before.
Pretty loud.
They are, yeah, they don't make very nice noises, that's for sure.
Nope.
Don't buy those wind chimes.
Definitely don't.
There is kind of a little place here you can go up and sort of see some different things.
There's like a pump over there, old time tap type of thing where you have to pump it, get the water out.
So as you can see, water's not too bad. I mean,
I'm gonna go take a picture down there.
I wouldn't drink it. Okay, Kyler's gonna go down there and take a picture. Do not fall into that water, please. Although if you do, the Coast Guard is right there. The boat's right there, so they wouldn't have to do much to rescue him. So there you go. So kind of a nice thing. Yeah, that's really deep. Yeah, they actually, the water in the middle there is quite deep. They do bring in, you probably won't see it in this video, but there is two different mills way at the end of the water, sort of in this direction. If you follow the water that way, there is two mills there, so they actually will float things up to the mill, big pieces of machinery and stuff. So the water is quite deep. This is Saint John Harbour, and it does eventually, if you kind of go straight and turn right past the bridge a little bit, the water, it will empty out into the Atlantic Ocean by way of the Fundy Bay. And it does have the highest tides in the world out in the bay there. And so we're gonna show you something kind of neat about that here in a little bit. But for now, Kyler's just making his way back up.
Got some nice pictures.
Nice, mission accomplished. Kyler made it, so that's good.
Didn't even fall in the water.
So just kind of keep going this way here. Be a decent view. I kind of like how they painted this walkway red. I really don't know why they picked red, but I kind of like it.
Pretty nice. It's better than if they just left it.
And I think they do repaint it every year. I know I've driven by and seen them painting.
Probably would have to. Actually, fun fact, at Disneyland, the fence around it is so big that once they finish painting around it, they have to start again.
I've actually heard that before, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
that might be something that you didn't know.
I'm trying to think when we went there, did we actually see anyone painting?
If we looked, we probably would have found them because they're constantly.
I don't quite remember.
They're constantly painting it over. Just
They
because
probably
it's so
were.
big.
You're probably right. Sorry everyone for the coughing. It's that time of year here in Canada. Everyone's got some type of cough or
We're all
headache
sick.
or whatever, but
Yeah.
well, if you can just, and usually I don't pant like this, but it's a little hard to breathe. So it's gonna seem like I'm out of shape. I'm actually not. It's just part of the regular sickness things we all get here. So, you see it.
That's a pretty nice view of the bridge.
Got some nice, yeah. Stop here. Yeah, it's pretty nice down here by the water. I would notice when I was working in and around here, there'd be always people walking and jogging and whatnot. I see why.
Yeah.
And today's a beautiful day.
I'd love to go on a bike ride on this. It would be really smooth.
Oh, it would be, yeah.
I could
skateboard,
coast
anything.
along the whole thing without even having to pedal.
Even with your broken sprocket.
Yeah, actually, I could do that.
You see that boat right there? That's the Coast Guard boat. If you get into trouble in the ocean anywhere near here, that boat's probably going to come at you and come save you. And so, you know, that's why if you fall in the water here, you're in good hands. You're pretty close to
Hopefully you can swim
headquarters.
though. That'd be optimal.
So if you look there, you see the port of Saint John. You see those cranes. Those are brand new cranes, actually, or newer cranes they have. They actually can serve some of the bigger boats that use the Panama Canal and whatnot. They just upgraded to those, I think, last year, maybe the year before. And so this is the Navy, little Navy installation. No actual boats. I've never once seen an actual Navy boat here, but there is one named after New Brunswick that is technically based out of here. I'm not sure if it's the HMCS Fredericton, but one of those. It's kind of named for New Brunswick anyway, so that would be the bigger building in behind this one. The one you're looking at is the Coast Guard building, but the one a little bit further, you'll see when we get closer to it, it is an actual Navy building. And there's a bunch of wonderful motorcyclists.
Yeah.
Adding some noise to the show.
Much louder than the vehicles.
Definitely. I'll just walk here a little bit and then we'll go back the other way and we'll kind of show you what's going on over there. So, beautiful day in Saint John. Notoriously foggy here, but not today. Beautiful, nice breeze. Not enough to cause wind noise, but just enough to kind of temper the heat.
Yeah, pretty perfect.
It might be maybe 23 degrees Celsius. It's something like that. It's not much more than that if it is. Which is that's about normal here. We don't usually see high 30s or anything around here in New Brunswick by the ocean anyways. If you get further inland, there are areas that can get mid to high 30s, but not here. Okay,
They got a
see,
random
let's step this way, out of their way a little bit.
box with circles built into it.
Yeah, that's some kind of an art installation, I guess.
Very interesting.
It's like container art. So instead of a container holding art, they figured they would just make art with a container. So, hey, never know what you're gonna find around here. So we're just gonna walk under the bridge a little bit. There is some seating area here. Give you something to look at. Well, maybe
This bridge is huge.
maybe we'll go over here and take a picture. So that's the art installation we were talking about.
Now we should go look at this.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna come check this out. So as you can see, we are underneath the bridge right now. It's called the Harbour Bridge. Fitting. It's actually not too loud under the bridge, believe it or not. So, oh, sorry we lost you there for a second. There we go.
I wonder how they did this though.
So, this is, yeah, kind of did an interesting deal on the floor.
Yeah.
One would assume it was probably these people here that probably did all the work.
there you go. You got your.
Good job, folks. Great job. Step out here, try out the trip. We'll walk over here a little bit. It would be. I imagine someone's done it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Sounds like a challenge. Not willing to take that one.
No. Yeah.
Looks like they got some.
So as you can see over there, that is the Saint John Harbour. It is the biggest port in New Brunswick. We do have 2 other ports in New Brunswick, but they're nowhere near as big as this one. Although in reality, if you compare this to like a big city, it's not very big. I've been in there before with the transport. It's pretty easy to find your way around. And then here's the Saint John Skyline. In the distance, you see a building being built there up on the hill. That is going to be the new Irving Oil headquarters building. The next one that you kind of see, that's the tallest one. It is the tallest building in New Brunswick, and it's right there, the Bell Building. And then on the ocean front there, you see the Hilton Hotel. And usually there's, around this time of year, there's usually always cruise ships, sometimes up to 3 at one time. And if you can zoom in here far enough, try zooming in. Yeah, if you see that terminal over there, usually there's cruise ships there. More at the other white building. Sometimes there can be 3. I don't know if I've ever seen 4, but sometimes there can be as many as 3 there. So just, you know, nice area. So right now the tide is coming in. High tide's at about 5 o'clock, give or take a little bit. So it's hard to tell right from here though, of course. If you look over here by the river, you can actually see the water kind of going 2 different directions. It's kind of a funny thing that happens. You can see parts of the water up near the top are flowing back into the river, and then you can see sort of in the middle the water's flowing out of the river, and then here at the bottom again water's flowing into the river. So it's kind of got this funny thing going on here. It has nothing to do with the bridge, that's just how the tides are around here. So that's where we get the idea of reversing falls that we're going to talk about here in a bit. So that'll give you that. So we're going to walk back. We're going to start walking back right now.
Yeah, I was looking at the map. Time lapse.
Yeah, we figured you saw it one way, so it looked the same way the other way. Now, what we're showing you right now is the river, and you'll see the Saint John River here is actually flowing backwards. To the left of your screen is the harbour that you recall looking at earlier, and if you look to the right, that's the river. And as you notice, the water's flowing up the river, not down the river, which is the exact opposite of how rivers are supposed to be. There is one spot far out there where you can see it flowing the opposite direction, but here in just another few minutes it'll be completely flowing up the river. That's why they call it reversing falls. It's kind of a neat little phenomenon that happens here, and I don't know if it really happens many other different places, so it's kind of cool how that works. So we just wanted to show you that and highlight that, and now we're going to show you something else here in just a minute. Alright, so we're back. So as you can see, now we're up here, sort of where there's a little bit of a bay here. And so that's over on the other side. That's kind of where we were, past that building there. And then you can see the bridge down. And as you can see, the water is flowing into the river, not out. So it should be flowing left to right, but the water is actually flowing right to left because it's high tide. And as I said earlier, we have the highest tides in North America in and around the Bay of Fundy, which is where this river flows into, and then of course that's part of the Atlantic Ocean, which is the same ocean that you guys in Western Africa will be using as well, same as us. So with no further ado, we'll zoom back out here. We just want to give you a good view. So there is boat tours here, not sure how much they cost, and so that just gives you an idea of what's going on here. All right, so we're gonna turn and we're gonna walk that.
Now we're just looking at that restaurant, the Reversing Falls restaurant.
Yep.
We got the
Kyler's gonna zoom in here on the water a little bit so you can see the rapids. Can you all see that good? See how the water's flowing towards the left? That's going up the river. You'll see some white water there kind of on the bottom left side. It's trying to flow out, and there's just too much water coming in. That's why
yeah, they're kind of going against each other.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Right there.
Maybe those of you that surf, maybe you could like literally surf in that one spot like forever. Yeah. It's sort of like a never-ending wave. But
you actually might be able to.
That bridge over there, you can walk across that bridge. But the restaurant we're showing you here on the left, that's built on the old bridge pier. That used to be where the old bridge was right there, and they built a restaurant. It's been newly renovated now, and if you look up, Kyler's gonna show us the skywalk there. See that piece of metal and glass that's sticking out?
Right here.
Okay, yeah, where he's pointing there. That is called the Skywalk, Saint John Skywalk. The guy that took over the restaurant put a lot of money into that and engineered that, and I'm guessing you'd like to know what that looks like. So we're about to show you. So just take a look at it from here, from the safety of normal ground, and then we're about to show you the glass floor and look straight down through it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right.
We're officially out on the skywalk. Maybe we'll let Kyler go out first, and we'll just see if he falls through or not.
And if I do,
I kind of like Kyler. I've gotten accustomed to him for the last 15 years, so I sort of want to keep him around. All right, Kyler, you go be the guinea pig, bro.
okay.
And there he is. Skywalk Saint John. Kyler is out on it. He's not on the glass yet. There he is, walking on the glass. He's a lot braver than me. I am not a big fan of major heights like this. It's one thing to be up on a ladder, a couple stories, but this is something else. So I'll just walk around here now. You've seen him go up there, and he's still surviving so far. So here's what it looks like. This is actually towards the exit. So I couldn't show you the video there. I'm pretty sure it's probably copyrighted. But here's how things look down at the Now the video just told us a few things I'll share with you though. Here's the rapids. This is almost high tide right now. The tide is not quite peaked, but it's definitely coming in, as you can tell. Should be rolling once again to the right. It's not. It's rolling to the left. Now it said in the video that if you look down here, that there is a major hole right here at the bottom in the water. There's a major gully that's apparently deep enough to put a 15-story building in it. It's 61 meters, I think they said, deep. And so that's pretty deep. That's a lot more deep than you would think. Now, if you go way out, say where those houses are, and there's a dock out there, it's not nearly as deep there. But they said that there is a point here where it's the middle point between high and low tides, where it's called slack tide. There's a 20-minute gap in there where ships can actually float things in and out. Barges can float things in and out here. And so that's pretty neat. So maybe we'll show you what's on the other side here. And oh, by the way, if you're from New Brunswick, if you're local here, you can actually get this access to this for 2 days for $7 per person. If you're a tourist, it's a little bit more. I think it might be 15 or something like that. So if you look over here, you'll see there's one of the two mills, and there's the other mill there that I was talking about. And so they're both Irving mills. You can sort of see the rapids way up at the other end there. And So they would be the ones that would be floating big materials through here. And so I'll just come over here for a bit for you. Now this is on top of a restaurant. I asked them what kind of food they serve. They said they serve very normal Canadian food, but also pretty high-end food as well. So you can get like roasted duck and whatnot. So if you're into that, then that would be kind of definitely would be a good place for a date. So that's the pool right there. You can see it's somewhat calm on the side there, but then definitely there's more action over here. Oops, not too much there. Yeah, you see there's definitely rapids there. And then there's a bridge. You can walk across that bridge. You see that gentleman taking pictures there. You can walk across this first bridge with cars on it, and then the other bridge is a train bridge. So you can't walk across that. And then on the other side there, you'll see there is a lookout spot there. That's free. That has nothing to do with the skywalk here. So it's kind of neat. So let's go walk out on it here now that I've kind of built up my braveness. I wonder if my wife would like this. She was supposed to be with me today, but she didn't make it. Yeah, my stomach's already like churning. Just being
go
here.
to the end.
Just being here, folks. I'm telling
end.
you, like, I don't know how I'm even gonna fly to Africa. I'm just not even gonna look at the water. So here, sorry about that. So I'm gonna show you down through here. Hopefully you're not getting too much glare. There's that's about 110 feet down, I believe. Might be at low tide when it's 110 feet. But so yeah, and they say in that pool it's deep enough to put a 15-story building in that right now at high tide, and you not see the top of the building to the bottom of the water, like to the bottom of the seabed, I guess.
Wow.
So that's pretty impressive. There is a thing here. Is that free, Kyler?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No? Okay. So it's free, but you get what you pay for on that. So as you can see, this is made out of metal, and it does move, by the way. You can feel it moving. It does sway. It's made to sway, and you can see it was custom made, so that's why it was made locally here, I believe. So it's stainless steel. It's got these steel panels. It does have some glass here. I'll show you another glass.
Did you stand on any of the glass?
No, I did not stand on the glass, but somehow I will survive. Every time Kyler moves, there's only two of us here, and Kyler weighs maybe 130 pounds, and the whole the whole thing is rocking the whole time Kyler's on.
Oh my goodness, this thing is moving.
Oh yeah, don't make that move. You're freaking me out.
Oh my goodness, wow, that's actually going down like a couple inches.
Oh yeah, no, I've read stories on it. It's meant to move like that. So as you can see, it's quite something really, the rapids. I'm zoomed in on it right now.
They're moving pretty fast.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of water moving there from the ocean.
Better
right?
hold on to that thing tight.
Now I was looking back again to the video. It said that at the far end of the Fundy Bay, it can actually, the tide will go up as much as 53 to 56 feet high at the other end. Right about here, I believe this is a 25 to maybe 30 foot drop or hike, depending on which tide it is. So 25 to 30 feet, that's still quite impressive. But even further up by Hopewell Rocks, or even where New Brunswick and Nova Scotia meet, it is even higher than that. So I'm gonna hold this with two hands really well here.
You see those like mini whirlpools, kind of like hurricanes, but like mini ones?
Where do you see one?
They're kind of like going through the water, like there's one right there. See?
Okay, yeah, there is one there.
And then they're kind of like going across the...
More people are up here now, so a little more shaking for sure.
They had like 10 people on here a while ago. Yeah, that's really cool. Look at that one right there.
Yep, right there.
Kind of, it's going, like they're all going.
Yep.
Maybe that's how they're made. That's just like mini ones, but they get bigger.
Yeah, there's a little mini whirlpool type thing there that you can all see.
Really cool. We could go to that place right there as well. We could go over there. There's another thing.
see, very cool, eh? Very neat. This is kind of a once in a of an area thing. You're not going to find this just anywhere.
No.
Pretty cool. I'll zoom back out here so you can get.
That
So
guy
it's called reversing falls. There is technically no falls. They say that years ago there was a waterfall here. I don't know, but it's more like reversing rapids. I think would be a better statement. But it's still pretty cool. Really cool. And so here in just a few minutes it's gonna crest, and then it will start going the other way here in maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. You can see underneath the bridge there in the far bottom there, you can see quite a whirlpool through the beams. Kind of see it there. That's a pretty good one. As you can see, there's a rock cropping there. That's what's causing the rapids. Overall, definitely quite neat. Quite neat. So the water is somewhat calm far over, but then it gets definitely creates quite a few rapids here. So imagine, just in a tide, it can go up 25 to 30 feet. That's something pretty impressive. So this gentleman that built this skywalk, it's pretty creative. It never used to be here. It's pretty new. It's only a couple of years old, I think. And then also from here, you can see a nice view of Saint John there. I'll just zoom in a little bit. Yep, you see the cranes from the dock there. Martello Tower is up there. You can't quite make it out on the far right. Martello Tower is a little bit covered by buildings there. And then you can see Saint John is built on a hill right there where the bigger buildings are. And so it actually doesn't have a downtown, it's an uptown because it's literally up. The streets are quite steep when you're over there. And deliver food over there, it's not very fun. But yeah, so it's quite the interesting spot. By there, I'll zoom back out again. So right now we are on the west side of Saint John. This is considered West Saint John. Tyler's gonna walk over there. And so there you go. Alright folks, just for those of you that thought I was too scared to be on the end here, everyone's cleared off, so here I am standing on the very end. I believe this is 30 feet out over a sheer cliff here. You can see that cliff down there. Sun's shining on my screen, but I believe you can see the cliff down there. So definitely quite interesting, and this thing does move. When people get walking around, you can feel it bouncing. It's you're not a height fan like I'm not, and it's quite something. More people coming in right now. Must have been waiting for high tide maybe. That's what the deal is. So I'm gonna go a little bit further up on the edge here again. There we go. There, I'll stand on the edge. There we go. There. Alright, get this right. As you can see, there we go. Sorry I'm squinting a little bit, but we're in the sun here. That's hence the squinting. You can see it's pretty deep. There we go, once again. Give you another view here. Now I'm totally in the sun, so this may or may not work right. It's pretty neat. There you go. Say I was here.